Hey, what's up, guys? Senpai Grayson here, talking about Circles of Slaughter today. Which of the three are the best to loot? Where do you get the most world drops? Another thing is, all the gameplay that you see is from our Twitch stream. Feel free to check the description down below and check us out. Alright, so I want to jump straight to it. There are three Circle of Slaughter locations. There's the Cistern of Slaughter, which is possibly the easiest, but also very buggy. There is the Slaughterstar 3000, which is what you see on the screen right now. You get all the Malawan enemies. And then there's the Slaughter Shaft. The Slaughter Shaft is just by far the hardest. There's tons of rockets everywhere, and it could be a little bit rough. But, you know, you might want to know, like, what do you want to loot after you beat the game? Whether that's you decide you want to do True Vault Hunter mode and beat it and then go grind after that, or you want to go through and get yourself to level 50, get as many world drops, check out all the different legendary loot. Where do you go? All right, to test this, I had to play each of the Circles of Slaughter for a pretty long time. I've beat the Cistern of Slaughter multiple times, or until it bugs out and an enemy gets stuck and you can't continue on any further. I've beat the Slaughterstar 3000 a couple different times. It also bugs out sometimes, but not as often. And the enemies take longer to kill, but it's, you know, it's whatever. And then I've played the Slaughter Shaft. Now the Slaughter Shaft is, you know, as I mentioned, really rough, but it seems to grant you the most loot. I suggest going there even if you can't get through it. The reason it has the most loot is there are a ton of different badass level enemies that just spawn constantly. They're always the toughest type of enemy. And they grant you the highest chance for legendary loot, anointed loot, and all the good stuff that you want. What strategy I've been employing, or ArkAngel and I have been employing, one of us runs Zane, one of us runs Amara, and Zane's bubble prevents a lot of damage. So what we do is we rotate and we drop down, we block off a lot of the enemies, and it's just amazing. It's great. It'll keep you alive for a really long time, especially since these are relatively new characters that, you know, they don't have items or builds that are ready or prepared to do Mayhem 3 content. So it's really great that we can use just the synergies of abilities to kind of push through these Circles of Slaughter without any sort of hindrance. Now, I specifically wanted to give you a little bit of the stats on the last run that we did. So what you're watching right now, we did a 2-hour run of the Slaughterstar 3000, and by the end of it, I had about 2 legendary drops, which is pretty awful. You know, you don't want to spend 2 hours getting pretty much nothing. At that point in time, you might as well grind a boss like Grave Ward with easy crit spots. Now, when I say the Slaughter Shaft is better, I don't mean by just a small margin. I mean that you will get 15 to 20 drops in a 2 to 3 hour session. Here's a look at what my map looked like after about 2 to 3 hours yesterday. And as you can see here, we've got 2, 4, 6, 8, 10... who knows how many legendaries are stacked on top of each other, because at this point in time our inventories are filling up and we have to toss some out and put some back in. But it's crazy. This is all we run, because sometimes we'll kill a badass enemy and that's it. We'll get 2 legendary items out of that one enemy. It's insane. So what do I recommend? Obviously go to this place. I ran this on Mayhem Mode 3 normal, and we got this many legendaries. I've also run it on Mayhem 1, Mayhem 2, and on just regular normal, and it's just as insane. You get a ton of loot. Just give it a go. Even if you have to do it on normal because it's too hard, run it on normal. if you feel like, okay, I'm dying a ton in this, just run that beginning portion over and over and over again, because you will still be granted more loot than the other locations. If I had to put a percentage on this, you're getting like 200-300% more loot from this place. I don't know if it's a bug, but it seems to be just outrageous. If you want to know where each of the Circle of Slaughter locations are, I have a video that I've already posted. I'll link it in the description below, and go ahead and check it out and get to looting. Alright, so anyway, I wanted to make this short and sweet. Make sure you subscribe if you want to know more about the build that I used during this video to stay alive during the Slaughter Shaft. I will have that up next. I'm going to go ahead and do a rundown of everything I have set up there. It's going to be an Amara action cannon tank build where you're constantly spamming your action skill, getting buffs, healing, and it's just amazing. Keeps you alive, does tons of damage, so stay tuned to check that out. For now, guys, peace out. I hope this was informative, and make sure you comment if you have any questions below.